before he met my mom, and how this is probably how he might have felt.
Nobody loves me but my mother. And she could be jiving too. Hey, nobody loves me but my mother. And she could be jiving too.
That's right.
Well, things got a little better when he met a young woman, and with that young woman came a certain love for a particular person. So we invite you to sing along to all these if you know them. So.
Where it began, I can't begin to know it, but then I know it's growing strong. Wasn't the spring, and spring became a summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along?
Did not stop there, but kept on going. And you may have heard that they rather enjoyed heading to the beach, and that's where we think this love really got started.
On the way to Cape, my heart was gone.
There was, at that particular drama that they did at a wedding, there was a certain song that just kept on popping up, and we'll let you fill in the blanks. Well, Mom and Dad weren't only known as Mom and Dad, they were also involved in different ways. Both you heard at Westminster Presbyterian Church, and also in Junior Church, and also in on Union Church, where they served 10 years in the primary department, helping kids. And every morning when my dad would get up front to do music, and my mom would be on the piano, Dad would say, "Good morning, boys and girls," and I would say always, "Good morning, Mom and Dad," but everybody else would say, "Good morning, Uncle Don," because they were known as Aunt Ruth and Uncle Don to numerous kids, and we're so thankful for their faithfulness. And so they would sing this song with full gusto. Well, if you ever sat around the campfire with my parents, you knew that when we went on vacation, it was usually an adventure of broken down cars and wild stories. Well, one interesting weekend down the shore, there was a particular song that became a theme song. And I honestly think if this song was, if we could buy one of these, we might have gotten around a little better.
Do you see a vision in white? Don't know what you're doing, but you must be doing right. Yeah! We got some tricks to see. And dance with me. Jump in, ain't no sin, take a ride in my machine. See the traffic moving real slow. Trying to pedal and go. Go, go. We gon' ride it on the freeway. Oh, love is a killer. We gon' ride it on the freeway. Oh, love is a killer. We gon' ride it on the freeway.
Well, that wasn't the end of our car stories, because we actually wrote a song, or actually Christy wrote a song, when we were vacationing nearby and we had little trouble finding where we were staying.
Bird in hand motoring, where are you? Bird in hand motoring, where are you? Bird in hand motoring, where are you?
We almost threw her out the car. Well, you imagine over 40 years of marriage, they probably gotten one or two disagreements. Us kids remember one particularly that they tell us about. We were coming home from vacationing down the shore, and there was clothes thrown across the Pachysandra, and us kids were in the bathtub crying that we were going to sell the camper. Well, it turned out everything was okay, but this might have been a little more of the sentiment then.
You don't bring me flowers. You don't sing me love songs.
Don't talk to me anymore. I come to the door at the end of the day.
They actually used that song in a skit for their church as a part of a ministry thing. So we'll let it slide. Well, and they didn't sell a camper. But having parents from Southwest Philly and Yeadon, you get a little flavor in your life. And some fun. You even take trips sometimes to the parade that can become venturesome. We'll tell that story later. But this just has to be in this skit. Well, one of the things that Mom and Dad, with their whole old trailer, there was one rule, and one rule alone, was to relax. And they welcomed everyone into this place. But it wasn't just there, it was also at home. For example, I had friends that knew where the orange juice was in our house, knew where the American cheese was in our house. I had one friend that just came in and got that. And knew where the cookies were. and just were always welcoming to anyone that came into their homes. And so we think this next one is the appropriate song. Also from Dad's favorite musical.
Come say to yourself, at home. Come say to yourself, one of the family. We've taken to you so strong. It's clear we're going to get along. Come say to yourself, we're in. Come say to yourself, part of the furniture. There isn't a lot to spare. Who cares? Oh, ever we go to share.
We had a few fun traditions as we came up, and Mom and Dad were very, very good with traditions as we went about things. We often hide a Christmas gift as a toy, but as we got older, Dad felt some sadness because we weren't able to have toys anymore. We always got all these electronic stuff and things that were more appropriate for older kids. So Dad decided to go out and buy us dollar toys that usually were involved with some type of shooting things, but the best one we ever got left some remnants that looked kind of like this.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Well, it lasts. Don't tell Garden Spot. Christy?
Wow. What happened here?
Christmas board covers.
When we were putting this together, we were talking about this one particular song that we're going to do next, and this song happened as a result of many trips in the car with Grandma and Grandpa. And I was just thinking about that verse in Deuteronomy where it talks about how you should talk with your children as you walk along the road and all of those different just normal events of life. And I just think that's so typical of my parents, is that they talked about Jesus all the time. In fact, Dad would just spontaneously pray and we had no idea that it was coming, and we'd be like, oh, okay, amen. And it was just in the Jesus flow all the time. And I think that's transferred now to their grandkids. And so this song that Hannah's going to do is, about that. All right.
I want to go to that city song, New Jerusalem. Jerusalem, I want to walk your streets that are golden.
Well, we couldn't, we thank you for participating with us. We couldn't end this song without a very particular song. It happens to be a song that Mom and Dad have done from Springfield, PA to Poland on their international tour. And so that you guys need to come on up. And we need to get you in proper attire. you go, Dad. Throw that on. Come on up, come on up. And please join us in singing. I think you know how to put that on because we stole it out of your closet.
You have time to practice.
You guys are pros. But this has been part of their ministry, if you can believe that, in having fun. Thank you so much for coming out. That's the end of our show. Also, as a special condition, Mom and Dad like ice cream sodas. So we have with our Pennsylvania Dutch, but also they serve it at Macamango's Pizza. We have birch beer floats. So they're coming out. So we'll get them out in a second.
Master, come on.